Welcome to Home Cooking with Dad. Today I'm preparing dinner and I've got something special for them. I'm making a dish that is a favorite of my kids. It's mutton puff pastry. But making the puff pastry is the most difficult. It's very difficult to get the pastry right. So I've got a hack for that to make my life simpler. And I'll show it to you. To make my life easier, I'm going to use store-bought Roti Canai. I'm not being sponsored by any of these brands, but I just buy whatever that is available in the supermarket. But I'm going to show you now how we can use these Roti Canai and turn them into delicious puff pastries. To make it easier, I will be listing the ingredients in the description below. For this dish, I'm going to use 900 grams of minced lamb, some ginger, 6 pips of garlic, 2 potatoes, 1 bay leaf, 2 green chilies, 5 onions, 2 large tomatoes, 2 stalks of curry leaves, about 2 tablespoons of chili powder. I'm using coconut oil for the frying, lime juice to taste, Lee & Perry about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to use cumin seeds about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons, salt to taste, organic turmeric, and homemade garam masala. I will leave a link to this, how I made this garam masala, in the description below. For optionals, you can add baby green peas, and I sliced about 15 button mushrooms. These are fresh button mushrooms. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to boil the 2 potatoes that I peeled. The water is at room temperature and I'm going to bring it up to boil so that the potatoes will cook evenly. Okay, I've set aside the potatoes to cool. Once it reaches room temperature, I'll mash it. I have diced 4 onions, roughly chopped them up, and I sliced thinly 2 of the onions. So now we're going to do the blending. I need to make the paste. There's going to be the ginger, the garlic, the curry leaves, the green chilies, and the tomatoes. I'm going to blend it. So I'm going to put in some oil, roughly about maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons. Let's have that. Put in my 1 teaspoon of jeera. The cumin seeds starting to fry, and next I put in the roughly chopped onion, I've mixed the chili paste or the chili powder into a paste. Putting in the minced lamb. Now I add in the mushrooms. Now add in the paste that we made. I'm adding in the organic turmeric powder. Roughly that's, I need to put in about a teaspoon. These are small black patches. I'm going to add in salt to taste. Okay, I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of the imperial. I'm going to put in the garam masala, 3 servings there. That's 1, 2. Use a spoon. Taking out the fat. The next trick I'm going to do is to remove the moist oil is use bread. Soak it up. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to mash these potatoes. Now I'm going to put in the onions that I diced. So this is the onions that I sliced. Okay, after a few minutes, okay, there's no more oil coming out, and the onions should be done. Now for the next few ingredients, the last few ingredients would be the lime juice. Let's put a bit of lime juice here. The baby peas. final ingredient would be the mashed potatoes. For the pastry, I'm going to use 1 egg to make a wash. So we just whip that up. And set that aside. The next thing I'm getting ready is a baking tray, and I've lined it with some aluminum foil. And I'm going to drizzle a few drops of olive oil. And I just spread that around. This is to prevent any of the pastry from sticking. You just rub that in. And we're done. So now we're going to start doing the pastries. I have the plastic still at one side at the bottom, and it has defrosted slightly, but it's still very cold, that you can fold it without cracking it. So now I'm going to put in the filling. Taking some of your lamb filling, which is very cold now, it's room temperature. Two scoops here. Then just fold it in. And I'm pinching so you got the pastry like that, and I just keep pinching in it. Press that in. So I got one done. I got several more to go. So I'll get started and I'll see you a bit later once I've done all of these. So I've completed 5 pieces, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make slits so that it allows steam to be released while it's cooking. And now for the egg wash. So I set the oven to 200 degrees for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to put it in the middle slot. It's already been preheated for about 15-20 minutes. Okay. Now we are done. It's done. So now we just need to let it cool before we can start eating it. Look at that. It's beautiful. It smells good. Well, it's now time to taste it. Let's see how crunchy and delicious it's going to be. Very good. I'm going to finish this. It's good. I think I did make some more. 5 is not going to be enough. Easily 10, 15. A cup of coffee is fine.